Welcome to In Honor of Christ TV.
Yasena obonsam oye nyankopon a right hand man and but the emphasis because no pen answer and among angels none of more so no. Now to me say me the minimum say obonsam na ye penny amongst them and no all to me pa. But then at the end ni be hu say rade eto ne ba asase because of disobedience. And looking at the story of Obonsam, we find the tactics and the strategies so ukra e manipulate through nipa which means oh to me. Na the person me when say sa to me no one or the year the no so person ye. Adentina nyame to na ba asase so no. One gisa to me no emfree nsem. Na wo ja to me ni nyina ma ne de ye de sisi a odi.
Okay. Google na me hwade nchewade.
Yo
Okay. Well, can I have say na me hwade. I said how was it? Can I allow na minti? Yeah.
God's divine gifts and the callings he places on individuals are permanent and cannot be redrawn or changed by God.
What else is it?
This signifies the unwavering nature of God's promises and the enduring purpose he has for those he chooses, even if individuals fail to fulfill them.
Even if they fail to fulfill them. And the meaning is the callings of God and the giftings of God, in other words, is irrevocable. Irrevocable means when the Lord gives you a gift, when he anoints you, when he empowers you, when he positions you in a higher place, you can fail to do your purpose, fail to do what is assigned to you or by God. The calling and the giftings of you remain upon you remains the same. God will not take it.
But yet make us say nipa we know what do much the pounds is another much din
Yeah. It is a misinterpretation or misuse of words. The right word is not nadomachediako, but the right word is the potency to me on nadomachedium no enya effective. They said yet here. Now adom no ewo. According to say the source of my income adwuma. Me ba to dem make no just. But you see an adwuma ne kura mi o. Na emom no menko da bia me yare. Enunti no ye de makwa akoto sick leave ana obi a o yare intimate fie ye tua meka ba se me kwa adwuma pay na me nsa beka no different from say me tifie me ba chode me count ase because there is a percentage that ye free obi a okwa adwuma ene obi a utifie so otena fie na etua oka different because there is a percentage 100% obenye bia be 70% e be 80% depending on say Erade can say, Obika say, oh, wait, not first, not too much, because the intention of God now, the giftings and the calling of God upon a person should increase from glory to glory. I will say a free anymunyamu. But then what we are seeing is that there is something, the giftings and the callings of God is conditioned. It is conditioned like this. It is like a seed. Now, the purpose of the gifting of God is to be planted. Then it grows. Everything God gives, the Lord does not give it in its totality, but it in completeness, complete. But then there is the characteristics of it growth. Remember example, your akra no complete. A child is born a complete human being. But then with that complete human being, that child must grow with that complete human being. It grows into mature state. And so the giftings need maturity. The giftings, the calling need maturity, but it is complete. And so I say, God does not measure his anointing for the people he anoint. A complete anointing. But then it is dependent upon the users of the anointing to grow the anointing. How? The reading of the word of the Lord. One of the sure ways that grows the anointing of the Lord. Three. First, the reading of the word of the Lord. Second, without holiness shall no man see God. This is one of the fundamental bases of the growth of the anointing of the Lord. Now, what is holiness? Holiness and purity is the basis of the obedience of the believer or the servant of God towards the purposes of God upon their lives. And until no catch say be a we are to him. And I say, win and besa what the Lord require of you, no say radicas a fabunkuma. According to the plans and the purpose of God for you, no. Send your can with the book of Isaiah will say, I see the end from the beginning, and I, the Lord, hold your hands through destiny and time to finish that which I have begun through a man. Enti Radino no nim se wi ni beko se no. Erade ka se fa bonkum a bonkum ne ma engosra na yekese.
Okay, me ba. Said you all can say the gift, it's permanent.
Yeah.
But then, upon some gifts, no, the man, a permanence in a wine, and yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, the person when they say, but one, send a name in Sunswa, now, unim say, upon some the bebasa call a gift in him.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the concern called the man okora.
Make me aka say be a man or the man here because I know him penny for among the angels and they say now on disobeying, but Sisiano disobeying now or turn a bass assassin. Because I say God is all knowing, meaning say when him the all class when some classes is already him the walk away.
Yeah.
Ain't na adding na one because you want some did or abuse it to me never the man on.
Yeah.
In a negative way.
Yeah.
It's in the person just and say, I think never riding him. Now so still no one because I was a permanent in tea. Now you see and any was I see soon or some
And I will suffer. Now, a very, very good and powerful question, but easy to answer. The easiness of the answer is this. The easiness of this question is this. I dare back where woman say, for two teams who young coupon or chef up him. The Bema example be example nam de Bequanum say a castle will be a sinner, a diana me mawa atia debias. Your castle will be a sinner, a diana ma will be a yes sinner.
Be on your doings and the will of God.
We are on ye nyamia pedian.
Yeah.
On a year born here for okay.
A dear Radichi Bia. A dear Radichi.
Echibiara, okay.
Yeah.
And when you say a case obi boy jamaya or ye born here for. Or ye born here for. Obi bo chrono or ye born here for.
Radichi.
Obi a funny rich or ye born here for.
Yeah.
Obi funny creature or ye born here for. Now, me me catch us as any pan on your born here for, not because of Sadiana or ye. On your born here for. Now, DNA must any pan here born here for. Bible says through one man sin entered the world in ye. Through one man sin entered the world, and through that sin all died. At the I was in party as you say, a tree bear according to the seed that was planted under it. It is the fruit of a tree determines the seed of the tree. And the mango, a free mango because mango diane for and coffee and car because anke diane for more. It is always about the foundation, the beginning. Was saying the callings and the giftings of God is irrevocable. Now, the reason why you can't say irrevocable, say, oh no, a papa and nipa ne be ya, and can who cry yan so catch and say, a rather than I don't know chawa on jibio. Because a nipa numpo fairly say, obey a radia pedia, rather say mean jibio. TNA. And I also say God is all knowing. The foundation is a radin jibio, se papa, se bonio, a rado or dum toso or se media toso menji. Now, nana me chiro, a dear man or domano brassier, you are dear ma autumn, ekosoro. I mean, medua de na man fa nsuo angu so a, medua ade ni betimi ewu because men supply no with the necessary nutrients. Now, enu ntino say Awurade dom no ongibio, but wo no also hunu say ne wode adom ne ma wo no on the wo ho akade a e ma adom ne nyini. Enu ntino wo ka kiro say konkon abra boka contribution of the growth and the maturity of the giftings. Mechire wo obonsam de no. Meba. Then that is holiness and a faith also contribute to it. Then other stars are obetim the account. Now, upon some the end radio all knowing so radio who say or baba you know one of the things that we now go on ye is to abuse or not to me. God will never abuse me to me. The first said God is all knowing, no. Does not mean say the old kind of this is what you are trying to say. Obey a boneno, onye boneno. Ba me gina baby am no mabuno fo wa bra ne a obeye no onyanya ye. It is not good judgment. You cannot judge people because of mere speculation. Say you wadwe even class obi kase mahunu ba nipa ne nkonkodru ho because the flesh must also testify to what the spirit is saying. Because the sunsum no nko na ode kasa, it is not truth. Because there should be a testimony entine onyankopon wodin aba asase so onimeweye ne ma no. But out there na one can say me hu say we num call heaven, we num call hell. Ene ma me for mom call hell ne nko na nke ye ntwa so. But we say no, now we are experiencing the experience we are having. Our flesh is testifying of the reality of God's truth. And a young so ye dia dance say nyame ye no kwafo. Edientia because say Awurade tena ono no konkron bia ho. Ene ono a nani hu na de adu akire ebu yefo wa bra ye nyan wo me a oni me andi ne yie because ono nko a na ehunu me no ntumi mmu me fo wa bra de wo kan me nye.
Yeah. Okay. Na sisia hana wo hu se obonsam.
Good. Anything I can revelation I was saying obonsam ni nimsa ne mretia if we say Awurade de bra to ho wo hia to am obonsam na pamfo na wonam berema ba akopese ye Kristo a wodi ade nyina beba atemu mu na ne enti a o twen ni say Awurade hia nipa dodo bi na wode won akwa ahenie bi mu na sa ahenie no enipa dodo no obeyi o mafra asase so mene wo ma unuane ne ma yasefo saafo no Awurade se betwen kopem se sa ankora ne nyina mediom beba o mu nyina pia ansa na atemu na ba. Yeah.
Yema be pipia ansa na atemu na ba.
Yeah.
Ti say yema yewo na yema nso so
Abewo na wo ma abewo because
say ne becho.
yeah because according to Hebrews
but say ekobasa nso obosam so de ne power no so e twenko fa ko no so na kingdom ana
the power no dey twen ko kingdom na kwa say onyankopon so nimdie mu no one of the things a man kwaje yes mamenka we na me pese me ka we yes I want to say apam no de ma abonsam no sa apam no ne tumi no ne ye friend enkwa apam sa enkwa apam ne botae ne say na Awurade nam sa apam no so say ode nkwa bebre na bode tienie enuti na kan Yesu Kristo dwumadi obedi o say botae we nti na Awurade Nyankopon ba ne da no ho adi wo honam edi ntia enye so obegi nipa nkwa o use one word say obaba be say obonsam nyuma prof no kan say for this purpose the Son of God was manifested in order to destroy the works of the devil. One can say for the salvation of man. The salvation of man became the byproduct of what Jesus came to do. And you know, and the emphasis there and the brain. Bible time say, or the radiani munyam koshe sumu. And in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. Bible can Genesis I will say, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void. And first, darkness was upon the surface of the earth, and the Spirit of the Lord was upon the waters. And then God said, let there be light. Where was that darkness? How did that darkness come? Because the Lord did not create that darkness. Because somebody brought the truth of God into darkness. The nature so Nyankopon asem or say, let there be light. Awurade asem rura sum ni mu. Na de han ba. Nti na wo say Yesu ba sum ni mu. Na wo de han bre nipa. In in Hebrews, I believe it is somewhere, I think not Hebrews or say, I think it is Romans, 8:19 somewhere. Or say for the sons of God groans in eager expectation. Or also for creation groans in eager expectation for the manifestation of the children of God. Why? Because I bra Yesu Christo baye no. Ena Yesu nyankopon mane baye. Senior fa hodie beba creation. Enu to the bonsam yen so di nyame abode ko hyesu mu. Ne natwa se Yesu ba pegye sa tumi ni free nensa. Ansana atemu na yede aba. Berade hunu se memfa ahenni ne hye bonsam ene nabofo nsa bio. Eba ewo se me de hye nea obedi bonsam so no. Entina kan Isaiah wo se ye be frɛ ne danger na ahenni de na battery asomdwe hene na wono na ahenni etu nya den entwada na saa ahenni na atu ntwada no wone ho am na ba akotena ahenni ni because Awurade se memfa animonyam na eba na nhyɛ abɔfo nsa word o use ni wo se memfa animonyam na nhyɛ abɔfo nsa me de be hye onipa nsa endi se Yesu nko an ekoye hene wo wa ahenni ni mu nipa no we ena Awurade se me de wo ye mo ma ena be ko memfa abɔfo na be hye wo nsa enti o ka kyerɛ sem no wo se Awurade se tumi edi akire no nya abɔfo na be ye sohwefo na ye nipa na be ye sohwefo na won hene ene Jesus Christ enu nti na Awurade se wo se beto me bo ase na metimi di sa nipa ne ko hya hene ni mu ma edi nja bi se Awurade be yi nipa fira asase so dote nti dote ni mu no be yi abode afoforo na wo de akọ replace abɔfo no enti no se metwen ansa na mde atemu ato obonsam so because se me say obonsam a me say amaamefo no apapafo no ene omoye mo ma
atemu da no na the tumi ni be free nsa no
tumi na free nsa bra Yesu Kristo wu sore ye no na all yes ya me kan use word bi say akwete so obi tumi free ne so na all the tactics
na se get to benefit
as akwete say wahenie no free wo so de nanso so no akwese katahie de aka ni nyina ye nyankoma de na wo ye
komfo na akom
wa akoma free so de aka nyina ye hu tino ka say mensuro no because tumi bi ani
okay
itresem de ka so say mensuro no na mo ye nkonimdifo na mo de ne so nkonim
okay
and the devil has no power
at the end no we need to miss
at the end the devil has no power because
Jesus
the wusore na tumi ni free nti wo ka Yesu ka say me say o se mi hunu o twiase no na woto no free wo soro se aprana e de be hwiasa ase so na Revelation ka say onim se ne mretia Awurade ntobo ase ne nye wono ntia ye ye ntia so binya dodo no de o makwa aheni ni ansa na wasai wo mo I believe the Lord gives you a gift onje gift no ebetimi abrase tumi wo mbe brase because when you don't do the necessary requirement no tumi because me ba say me konkono ye me mo konkono ya abraba Awurade ahoden no ahonhom na Awurade honhom na me mahonam di
obompa ye kure
mbrekihwe because tumi na no brase ba na adom ne de ye dey e wo ho but then wa mahonam na ye dey e beti hene wa abrabom the Awurade say honam no ontim otisunsun ne mu and was said the mind that is led by the flesh is death but the mind that is led by the spirit is life and so when you live a holy life you are living a spiritual life and you have power but one can be anointed man or a carnality expose you to weakness we can't say and you know but spirituality expose you to supremacy and power and until enable some ye will to be one so yeah and so that is one of the things about it.